So these ideas of cultural differences, training them to empathize with the client and their situation, where they are in that journey, but with different cultures and you're working with partners that operate very differently. If you're in the Philippines or you're somewhere else in the world, how does that play a factor? And then how do you handle that?
Culture is a huge factor in the way that teams collaborate within themselves and then with you as a client. One, because there might be a culture of more teamwork. For example, in Asia, with our team members that were in China, I experienced that quite a bit. And Malaysia, it was a lot about we work as a team and we solve things as a team. There might be other cultures where it's more like, no, I own it and it's for me to take it through. So understanding cultural differences of how they approach teamwork is very important. But the other part of that is learning how to communicate with them. I told my team that the biggest learning I had in working globally was not necessarily saying, oh, I work here, I work there. It was really having to adapt my management approach to the different cultures. So then my communication style will resonate with them. So it takes you understanding how do they learn? Is it more effective for you to do role plays? Is it more effective for you to show them what good looks like and what challenge looks like and how we resolve it together and bring them to a brainstorming session. So you really have to understand what resonates more with them culturally. So in return, when you train them and when you equip them with knowledge, you're more effective.
So that sounds like to me is you've got different customer service strategies based on these cultural nuances. And that puts more onus on you. The way that you're training is different here than it is over here. That's a whole new level of role that you need to take on. How do you manage that?
Well, it is, but at the end of the day, the way I see it is the success of this support desk is the success of my customers. So I have to be able to influence the change that might be needed or the strategy that might be needed. Of course, you have to have a very good BPO partner with you in order to go along with the change. You also have to have that openness from the team members managing those departments to go along with the strategy. And lastly, the commitment from them that once you invest the time to give them the knowledge, to give them the tools, that they will reinforce it and they will keep implementing it. And it's not a one time thing because the biggest mistake that people make, and I think not only with BPOs, with everyone, is you think that training is a one time event. You come into the company, I teach you things, and then you're gone. It's a constant. Every week, you have to show what good looks like, what success looks like, how it is obtainable. So for me, that commitment from the managers of those teams, from the BPO partner, so important because if I'm going to invest myself in that process, they have to go along with me.